Okay, sup guys. I normally don't do videos like this, and I haven't done a Dragon Ball discussion video in a long time. So when this news broke, I just had to talk about it. So let's quickly get to the subject. Have my phone here. I'm gonna go over some vital information if you are a Dragon Ball fan and you are interested in Super Saiyan lore. So for the longest time, all of us in the fandom always wondered who was the original Super Saiyan. And for the longest time, people, say Broly, people say Bardock, even though both of those are non-canon. One's a movie, one's a OVA, and they're both like, they're not really in the continuity. So is it Goku? And the answer is no. The Super Saiyan that is talked about in Vegeta's um all the scenes are out in Dragon Ball where Vegeta's talking about the original legend of the legendary Super Saiyan. We finally get the answer, and it's by a Saiyan named Yamoshi, I think that's the name, Yamoshi. Forgive me if I butchered the name. I'm not native to the language, go figure. But Akira Toriyama recently did a Q&A, or an interview, if you will. And on Twitter, Herms98 on Twitter, a very reliable source, always good at doing his translations for any Dragon Ball Super leaks, anything like that, did a translation. So let's get to it. I'll read off right here. And it's question number 5. Can anyone become a Super Saiyan if they train? We're going to go into the S cells first, and then we'll get into Yamoshi, the Super Saiyan. So, can anyone become a Super Saiyan if they're trained? It's it's not like anyone can become a Super Saiyan through training and anger. In order to become a Super Saiyan, one's body must contain something called S cells. Once these S cells reach a certain amount, a trigger such as anger will explosively increase the S cells and cause a change in the body that's Super Saiyan. Most Saiyans have some S cells, although not a great quantity. The reason why Goku and Vegeta's children can become Super Saiyan relatively easily is probably because, to a certain extent, they inherited a lot of S cells, and also because the Earth's environment is gentler to live in than, planet Vegeta. Okay. Lately, everyone becomes Super Saiyan so easily, but it is no simple matter. How does one increase S cells to become Super Saiyan? Having a gentle spirit is the best way to greatly increase one's S cells. But most Saiyans have trouble with this, which I think is why Super Saiyans appeared for such a long time, and they became stuff of legend. However, one can't reach the quantity necessary for becoming a Super Saiyan simply by having a gentle spirit. So a certain amount of battle power is indeed necessary. Looked at in this light, it's easy to see why becoming Super Saiyan came easy for Goku. I guess because he's a gentler, he's a gentle dude. He just likes to fight, but he's a gentle, kind-hearted dude, right? He's supposed to be pure of heart. That's why he wrote the Nimbus. Anyways, um, you know, Goten, he was able to easily become Super Saiyan thanks to inheriting lots of S cells. Goku, on the other hand, is a gentle-hearted dude. High battle power resulted in Super Saiyan. So that's really interesting. So we kind of got a clarification and kind of something that we all speculated in the fandom as far as Goten and Trunks, as far as why they're so easily able to achieve, Super Saiyan so easily, and why Kale and Khalifa and Kaba can achieve it, because in their universe, the Saiyans aren't war torn. They're not under. the rule of an emperor, and they actually protect the universe. They're actually more mild mannered. So to me, that kind of makes sense as to why Akil and Khalifa and Kaaba can achieve it so easily when you take that into consideration. And it's kind of like metachlorians, from Star Wars. Yeah, that's. I mean, I'm not surprised that it's similar. Akira Toriyama is a big sci-fi fan. I mean, you could see it. Like Future Trunks is inspired by the Terminator. Frieza's third form is from Alien. Things like that. I'm not surprised that there's Star Wars elements in Dragon Ball. That's how popular it is. But anyways, now to the legendary Super Saiyan. Let's get to it. Was the legendary Super Saiyan that Frieza feared the same Super Saiyan God that appeared in Battle of Gods? And he responded, in a certain sense, they are the same person. That is to say, very long ago, before planet Vegeta was the Saiyan's planet, there was a man named Yamoshi. And Yamoshi is a Japanese pun for bean sprouts. There you go. Toriyama with his vegetable and his fruit puns and all that stuff. Um, and he had a righteous heart despite being a Saiyan. He and his 5 comrades started a rebellion, but he was cornered by warriors and became a Super Saiyan for the first time. Though his transformation and fearsome fighting style shocked the other Saiyans. He was outnumbered. Yamoshi eventually wore himself out and was defeated. But this was only the beginning of his legend. Afterwards, Yamoshi's spirit wandered in continuous search of 6 righteous-hearted Saiyans, seeking a new savior, the Super Saiyan God. And that's why there's that ceremony to become Super Saiyan God. And why did Beerus search for Super Saiyan God? Beerus probably picked up the information about Yamoshi's spirit in his prophetic dream. Fact that this is recorded in the Namekian Book of Legends is likewise because the Namekian elder who wrote it sympathized with Yamoshi's spirit. So wow, so okay, Yamoshi, the original Super Saiyan, not Super Saiyan God. So is Goku the first Super Saiyan God? The red-headed form? Because he did the ceremony and he achieved it. Yamoshi wasn't a Super Saiyan God. He was a Super Saiyan that died when his body gave out of exhaustion and being outnumbered and fighting God knows how many, Saiyans. And his spirit wandered looking for 6, righteous-hearted Saiyans. So does that mean, all these years later, thousands of years later, that the righteous Saiyans that he was searching for were in Battle of Gods in Dragon Ball Super, the arc where they did the formation to give Goku, the God Key? Did he wait that long? And if so, is the red form just his spirit being infused in Goku? Because that's tripping me out right now. But it's nice to have information when it's out. Another thing to think of, like when we all saw, the prophetic dreams of a Super Saiyan God, clearly I think the fandom, we all thought, oh, that's Goku. Come on now, that's Goku. They're talking about Goku, obviously. No, they were talking about Yamashi, or whatever, however you pronounce it. But it's a very interesting topic. I love Dragon Ball lore. This stuff, I just had to talk about it. This is news. This is big news for the lore. A lot of people call it bullshit. A lot of people say that the stuff with the S cells or the Saiyan genes don't make sense. It's whatever. I mean, we're coming from an anime that has a dog or a cat king of a city. You know what I mean? Goku Goku has friends that are human. One has three eyes, one doesn't have a nose. I mean, in a universe where there's a purple um cat god, Beerus. I mean, S cells can fit, bro. The Dragon Ball franchise is full of weird stuff. And as far as the original Super Saiyan, I really want to see a TV special of Yamoshi. Like what they did with Bardock, father of Goku, and the Future Trunks TV specials. I would love to see one on Yamoshi. Or, I highly doubt, there's been rumors that they're going to do another Dragon Ball movie pretty soon. Maybe the next movie's on Yamoshi, like a full out film, like 2 hour film on the history of the Saiyan. Like there's content there, for like a good Dragon Ball movie. I think, a righteous Saiyan who spearheads a rebellion against the evil Saiyans, activates this awesome power, and ultimately he can't, control the power. He gives into fatigue, and he ends up dying, you know and maybe the end of the movie is, it flashes forward to, Goku doing the ceremony, and I guess his power and his essence gets infused into Goku, like something, like, I don't know, something like that would be cool. But yeah, the explanation of the Super Saiyan God ritual was interesting, and it's nice to finally have a name on the original Super Saiyan God Yamoshi, which is a pun on Beansprout. So that's pretty cool. Check out my concept art there. And I wonder what your thoughts are on this news for, like this new information on Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan God after, like what, the early 90s, we finally have an answer for something that we've been asking. Like, it just blows my mind, man. But anyways, tell me your thoughts. Share your thoughts in the comment section if you want to share it. As always, hit that like button and subscribe. Remember to smile, stay positive, and I'll catch you guys later.